Ready? Play.
All right, let's get into Monte Carlo and more specifically what happened today, but also over the last 48 hours or so, because I know you've seen other matches and we will be looking forward as well. Where shall we begin? Let's begin on the main court, because I know that's where you were sitting today and you saw most of the matches on that court. I guess the first match you saw, therefore, was it Zverev Bergs?
Yeah, that's the first match.
All right. So, what did you make of Zizou, first of all? Obviously, he lost in straight sets, but he's someone that I've been watching closely. I interviewed his father a couple of years ago. Nice guy as well. Came on to many people's radar when he took a set off Rafa in Rafa's final year on the tour, and is a bit of a character. We interviewed him as well in Surbiton in 2023, and big personality, but he didn't quite have enough to really damage Alexander too much today.
Yeah, I spoke with Steve Darcy like 2 years ago, and he was very high on Zizou Bergs when Zizou Bergs was just knocking the door to become a regular in the top 100. And he's definitely made quite a move, and he's solidly ranked and makes most of these main draws. But if Zverev has to, it's tough to know Zverev's level from the first set, because Zizou Bergs was very much in a charity mood. He was spraying a lot of easy forehands, and he made a lot of, missed a lot of routine balls. Second set was very competitive till Zverev served for the match, and then Zverev returned the favor. He just donated a service break at love. So, yeah, Zverev is solid. I was surprised in his post-match. He said he played better today. Of course, the player knows about their game more than we do, but I thought Zverev battled better against Garin yesterday, down 5-2. He was putting balls in play, and he earned that win, even though Garin should have won that match. If a point here or there could have gone his way. But, I think Zverev Fonseca is first up tomorrow. I haven't seen Fonseca, but looking at the roars and even beating an informed Berrettini, I think it should be a 60-40 match. Zverev may be slightly favored because of experience, but then Fonseca has the firepower. And if Fonseca plays anything like he's capable of, Zverev needs to up his game. Otherwise, the effort today was solid, but you don't know how it's going to come out tomorrow, because Bergs was spraying the ball quite a bit in the first set.
Yeah, so I did see Joao Fonseca today, and it was as comfortable as the scoreline suggests. It was a straight sets win. I think it was 6-3, 6-2. Probably the game that more or less swung and decided the match was at 3-4 with Berrettini serving. And but Berrettini had already started with the person who was receiving most pressure on their serve. Joao didn't even face a break point until the midpoint of the second set. And that's when actually Berrettini did break the Joao serve, but for the only time in the match. Other than that, Joao serving, which I think is to some extent because of all the other explosiveness, his serve is sometimes neglected. It is a real weapon of his. In fact, Joao in his post-match today did talk about his own weapons, and he was quite pleased with his own game today, understandably so. And I think it was the biggest compliment I can play Joao is the longer the match went on, the more normal it felt. The backhand to backhand exchange was only ever going to end in one manner, and it's going to go Joao's way, because Berrettini's backhand will always be a weakness, of course. And Joao was able to find that from time to time, but also Joao could also lean on that when he was serving. I think Joao's first serve percentages in terms of first 12 points won were really high. And you just knew that if ever he was at 15-30 or 30 all, you knew that he could just, it doesn't matter even if you're predictable with Berrettini, because it's just such a lopsided situation with that forehand being such a weapon for Matteo, but the backhand being such a weakness, that it doesn't matter how obvious it is that you're going to go there. Matteo eventually will break down on that side. But Joao, also, take nothing away from him, his forehand as well was at times sensational. There were some gasping moments, and I'm sure you're looking forward to seeing him play against Zverev tomorrow. So will that be the first time you've seen Joao tomorrow?
Yeah, it's the first time I'm going to be seeing Fonseca, yeah.
Yeah. So are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's probably the closest match. There are great matches after that, but I think Alcaraz and Sinner will be heavy favorites in their match, and then the last match is going to be Mascherano and De Minaur. So that's
Okay.
again that can be a tight match as well, especially with the French locals firmly behind Mascherano.
I'm like you, though. I think this Zverev Fonseca one is probably the one without a clear favor. I might even go 55-45. I would still lean Zverev. This is, of course, Fonseca's first Masters 1000 quarterfinal. He's been in the round of 16. What I quite like about Joao's career is even if there's been a few bumps in the road, it is quite, at the moment, fairly linear in terms of just going upwards. He'll win his, he win the next gen finals. Then he's winning a challenger title or two. Then he's winning his first match at a Grand Slam, getting to the second round of a Slam, then getting to a third round of a Slam. And he's not yet made the second week of a Slam, but I'm optimistic that'll happen at some point this year, maybe even at the French Open. And again, this year he gets to the round of 16 at a Masters 1000 in Indian Wells. He gets to play Alcaraz and Sinner, and he pushes Sinner in particular very close. And now he's going to play the other sort of, top three member in the world in the form of Alexander Zverev. I think it'll be a great challenge for him. I think I can see him winning a set. But I am, like you, just going to lean Zverev. Okay.
And I think you make an excellent point because Fonseca, since he arrived a year and a half ago, beating Rublev in Australia, even the talks were there before. These kind of like phenom players, sometimes they take a long time to embrace the situation. So he's already embraced that, and I think playing Sinner and Alcaraz on those two big events is going to help him, even though it's clay versus hard. It's going to help him, and
Definitely.
I don't think he's going to come nervous in this match at all. So it should be a great match.
I agree. And I think it's going to be, I think now he's playing, as I said to Brenner, a colleague of mine a couple of days ago, he's now playing with house money that, if he wins, great. If he doesn't, he's ticked it off. He's actually already sort of ahead of the curve where he was out on the European clay last season, didn't play Monte Carlo, went out early in Madrid and so on and so forth. So I think he's already up in terms of that scenario. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
My name is Clara Towson, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
I am Francisca George, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Susan Leemans, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom. Yeah.
My name is Zainab Sammaz, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hey guys, my name is Sasha Vickery, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Harris, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jan Faria, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Yes.
Take one. Well done.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Paolini, and I'm a friend of the show.
Wow, Jasmine, you got it in one time.
Ready? Play.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Let me know actually where you are in the world. Maybe you're in Brazil, maybe you're in Germany, watching Joao Fonseca of Brazil against Alexander Zverev of Germany. As I see Zverev dump a forehand into the net. Joao held serve quite comfortably in the opening game of this match. Do make sure, of course, you hit that like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. You will have seen Saqib and I previewing this encounter. Perhaps if you joined us a few moments ago. And both of us leaning towards a Zverev win. Zverev has never made a Monte Carlo final. If that is anything of note. He's got an easy-ish forehand here, but he's going to mess up the drop shot. And so it is 40-30. Misha Zverev there. Alexander's brother, also a former pro. Good serve down the tee. And Joao goes big on the forehand, but it's not good enough. Run around forehand here. It's going to be mishit. One game all. Okay, 1-1. The winner of this, of course, will play the winner of will play the winner of Yannick Sinner and Felix Auger-Aliassime. So done the tee, backhand return, backhand from Joao Fonseca. Well, that backhand had incredible depth from Zverev, but he misses that backhand. 15 love. Miss hit forehand here from Fonseca, and it's 15 all. Do get voting in our poll as to who you think is going to win, Zverev or Fonseca. Decent return there. That was not the cleanest of forehands from Fonseca, but he's still in the rally. Backhand now down the line from Joao is pretty good, but well defended by Zverev, but he's going to have to defend again. Oh, wow. What a forehand down the line there from Zverev. Not known for his electric forehand, but that was electric. Wow. Good depth there from Joao, but decent response from Zverev. But that's not good from Zverev. Forehand into the net, 30 all. Oh, Fonseca misses the first serve. Forehand return. You see, Zverev's forehand, it is the weaker side, but it's not a weakness to attack in the same way that you would the forehand of Berrettini, for example. And that backhand there from Fonseca goes into the net, and we've got a break point for the German. Guillermo Teixeira, the coach of Joao Fonseca. You often see him wearing these kind of wings. Ooh. Joao Fonseca going to serve volley there, but doesn't need to worry about it because the return goes into the net. Do hit that like button. And if you are new to the channel, please do hit subscribe. Fonseca here serving. Deuce. Down the tee. Backhand return. It's going to be excellent return there. Now Zverev can attack. And it's a backhand from Joao that goes into the net. And it's a break point once again for Alexander Zverev. So unlike the previous match where Joao was, for the first set and a half, was untouchable on his serve, he's already under pressure here in the early stages. And now he misses the first serve. Forehand return. Good depth on that one from Zverev. Oh, but he's missed that forehand. Deuce. Hello, King Cabano. Where are you in the world? If it's 5 a.m., does that mean you are in the US somewhere? Or maybe in Brazil? Okay, comes in for the serve volley here, Joao. Oh, and it works out in the end. Game point, Joao Fonseca. Do make sure you hit the like button. And if you haven't done so already, hit subscribe. And when you hit subscribe, watch this number below my head just tick over. And you can do a little dance and know that you made the difference. Okay, Joao Fonseca here is hoping to make a difference as he looks to go to 2-1. He's fended off a couple of break points. Great serve from Joao. And he goes, Vamos. 2-1. Joao leads, saving 2 break points en route. And Alexander Zverev is showing some frustration with his team for whatever reason. Maybe they gave him some duff advice. I do remember him, as he was about to receive the serve of Joao Fonseca, he turned to his team to basically ask them which way shall he go. Anyway, great to have so many of you tuning in, and some of you perhaps from Brazil. Where in Brazil are you, King Cabano? Which part of Brazil are you in? Because I did spend quite a bit of time myself there. Are you in Sao Paulo? Are you in Rio de Janeiro? Are you in Fortaleza? Or Belo Horizonte? Or Brasilia? Or Salvador da Bahia? Maybe you're in Manaus. I've got my coffee anyway. It's 11:30 here, but I'm on the coffee. I imagine if it's 5 a.m. and you're in Brazil, you may well be on the coffee too. As we look out upon the Monte Carlo Bay. Of course, this place is well known for its tennis, but also the Grand Prix, which I believe is normally scheduled for the end of May. So I imagine they'll start building the construction for that. King Cabano, if you haven't already done so, can you hit subscribe? Podias subscrever? I don't know if that's the correct Portuguese. Eu falo pouco português. Não muito português, mas suficiente. Rio. Onde no Rio? El Moro o El Mori, el pasado en la Lapa. Perto Praia Flamengo. Hopefully you can understand my Portuguese. I didn't go to the rainforest in, for example, in Manaus or in the near of Manaus. No. I've been to Salvador de Bahia. What about this for a rally? What a backhand down the line from Zverev. Where do we rate Zverev's backhand, by the way, in terms of men's tennis? Is it 1, 2, 3 in the world? It's got to be in that conversation, surely. I mean, I think Yannick and Djokovic would also be in that conversation too. And Carlos to some extent. Is there anyone I'm missing from the absolute elite backhands? Okay, 15 love here. Zverev serving 1-2. He has had a couple of break points on the Joao Fonseca serve. He seemed a bit annoyed that he didn't take either of those. He seemed annoyed at his box. Ace for Zverev. Joao's going to check the mark. But it won't change anything. 30 love. $15 minutes on the clock. So far, Zverev been very comfortable on his serve. Nice forehand there. The return, by the way, of Fonseca, which I think is a big weakness in his game, I think it's worse on a hard court than it is on clay. I feel on clay as though he can just sort of receive that second serve and just treat it as part of a rally and unleash an unbelievable forehand, for example. Okay, 3 game points here for Zverev. Serves on the tee, forehand return. Forehand to forehand exchange at the moment. It's a big forehand from Zverev, but so far, Joao is fending off these big weapons. And he's going to put that volley away as he is. A wonderful volley there from Zverev for 2-all. Two all. Okay, Fonseca to serve. Saved 2 break points in his last service game. I mean, I think when he wants to be aggressive, he can be. I know what you're thinking about, though, in those big moments, tie breaks and, up a break in the 5th set. Tony Nadal is definitely subscribing to the theory that the reason why Zverev doesn't win a lot of these matches, such as the French Open final of 24, is because between the years. Okay. $30 love. Oh, double fault there from Joao Fonseca. And that second serve was way out. Okay, second serve here. Backhand return. Forehand from Fonseca is really good, but well defended by Zverev. Now it's a drop shot from Joao, but it's not going to be good enough to win the point outright. But he should win it with a volley, and he does. 40-15, 2 game points for the Brazilian. I don't dislike the deployment of the drop shot against Zverev, bearing in mind how deep the German often is on the court. Ooh, forehand miss there. Fonseca holds. Okay, we will take a quick break, and then we'll be back.
Ready. Play.
And if you're wondering what this little thing is, well, let me tell you now, whether it be tea, coffee, or merely water, it tastes so much better from a talking tennis mug. And you know what? They can be yours if you wish to purchase one from our website. We've also got bags and stickers and hoodies and notebooks. Mira Andreeva. T-shirts as well, of course, coming in both black and white. And we've got a classic jumper for you as well, and many, many other things for you to purchase for excellent prices so you can look like some of the coolest people on the tour. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis. All things tennis indeed. And time has been called. So the players are returning to the court with Zverev serving at 2-3. Misses the first serve there. Had some comments in the live chat. Let's have a quick look at those. Matthew, hi. I have lent towards Zverev. Yes, exactly. I think in the preview, Matthew, that Sakib and I did yesterday, we were of the opinion that this was the most intriguing. This is the one of the tightest nature. I think in Sakib's words, it was 60-40 in favor of Zverev. I actually went 55-45 for the German. But what we see with Joao Fonseca a lot is this linear improvement, but it is linear and it's marginal. It's not like, 1 minute he's not there and then suddenly he's in the semi-final of a Grand Slam. He sort of gets a couple of good results at every tournament and then eventually bows out in one fashion or another. I think about his first Grand Slam win, then goes out next round in 5 sets, albeit to Sonego. I think about some of these runs he's had in Indian Wells this year, for example, or the French Open last year, or Wimbledon. Just comes up against an opponent that you would just probably give an edge to, either in terms of experience or ability, or perhaps it's the surface as well. I think, for example, I know Nicolas Jarry has been a sort of man missing in action the last couple of years, but I did feel as though that he was the slight favourite in that Wimbledon third round clash. Was it last year? I think, yeah, third round. Again, third round seems to be a bit of a barrier for the moment in terms of Fonseca's Grand Slam runs. I expect him to make a fourth run this year, possibly a quarterfinal, but not necessarily a semi. Do you know what I mean? He just sort of is just going up little by little. And therefore, this match would also fall into that category. World number 3, Zverev, unbelievable pedigree. Double fault, though, there for Zverev, 15-30. If he gets a few gifts like that, then I'm sure Joao will be winning this match. I think that's the first double fault for Zverev. They both hit one ace apiece. Zverev as well, he's known for keeping that first serve percentage high. If it's 70 plus, or if it's 75 plus, then I think Joao's going to have a very, very tough ask. If it dips below 70, then Joao might get in a lot of these rallies, and then suddenly it's anybody's game. There you go. Missing the first serve there, Mr. Zverev. So a second serve here. Backhand return into the backhand of Zverev, which is going to be a nice drop shot there. And Joao can't get it, 40-30. Keep an eye out for Sakib because he is in the audience today. Second serve here for Fonseca to look at. Okay, forehand return from Joao is going to go long. And so therefore it's 3 games all. Ooh, backhand into the net there from Zverev. Backhand return here from Zverev into the forehand drop shot there. And it's going to work for Fonseca, 30 love. What is your prediction, Matthew? Or anyone, actually. Get in the live chat. Let me know what your prediction is or will be. $40 love here. 3 game points for Fonseca to get to 4-3. Misses the first serve. And Fonseca holds. And we will take a quick break. Look at that number, by the way. It looks really sad, doesn't it? 24,999. Looks sad, looks bumpy, looks uneven. We need that. Ah, there we go. That's what it's all about. 25,000. Welcome to the party. And just to celebrate the moment, Coco Gauff mishits a forehand in classic style. Some Brazilians there in the crowd looking pretty excited. Way. Who's winning the tournament? I just lean Alcaraz, but not with any great deal of conviction. Okay, 3-4 here. Zverev second serve. Down the tee, backhand return. Backhand now from Zverev into the backhand of Fonseca. Now on the backhand of Zverev, which is going to push Fonseca out wide. But now it's on the forehand of Zverev, which is going to be a winner. 15 love. Drop shot here is going to be too good. 30 love. Wonderful to have so many of you on board. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. Backhand from Fonseca goes into the net. And it's 40 love now for Alexander Zverev. Lango Tia Gamers 380. Who will win? Well, pre-match, I went for Zverev. I've not seen anything that makes me want to change my mind. He had those 2 break points, didn't he, on the Fonseca serve in Joao's second service game. He is the more experienced of these two players. He's won plenty of Masters 1000 quarterfinals in the past. Blocked return there from Joao, and that is the biggest gaping hole in his game that I highlighted, that return. And he puts it long. 4 games all, 33 minutes on the clock. I actually think, though, of the two players, Joao might be the happier right now, bearing in mind he's had to save 2 break points to get to this stage. This is the first serve. So Zverev maybe have a chance to attack here. Backhand return into the backhand of Fonseca. Forehand now from Zverev into the backhand of Fonseca. Now on the forehand of Joao into the forehand of Zverev, which is pretty big, but it's going to go long. So 15 love. Lango to your gamers 380. Can you do me a favor? Can you hit the like button and also click subscribe? After you click subscribe, watch this number. It'll go 29130, and that'll be you, Lango to your gamers 380. Okay, backhand up the line here. Now Zverev on the running forehand. Backhand cross court from Joao into the backhand of Zverev, which breaks down, and it is 30-love. So with the exception of that one game, where we see a little baseline statistic, baseline points 114 each, with the exception of that one game when Joao had to save 2 break points, both players have been pretty comfortable on serve, and it's looking that way again here with Joao Fonseca racing into a 40-love lead with an unreturned serve. This is the first serve down the tee. Our return goes into the net. Fonseca holds for 5-4. Now, where is my remote control? It's here. Okay. We will have a watch along for Yannick Sinner against Felix Auger-Aliassime later today, so please do join us for that. Also, of course, from Monte Carlo. Change of ends. Of course, Zverev, when they return to the court, will be serving to stay in the set. And the umpire has called time. So 4-5. A little bit of pressure here for Zverev. Okay, Zverev here serving 4-5. Good. Oh, the return just went long there from Fonseca. I was about to say good return, but actually it went just long. $30 for Zverev here, who's yet to face a break point in this match. Second serve. Good serve down the tee there, though, from Zverev. Now it's on the backhand of Alexander, and it's going to be a winner, 40-love. Okay, Zverev serves. No, doesn't serve because he's misplaced the ball toss. So then the T, forehand return, backhand from Zverev. Now on a runaround forehand for Fonseca, which got decent depth on it. But he's going to put that forehand into the net. And in the end, Zverev holds to love. Okay, we're into the rally here after the Fonseca serve. Forehand from Joao into the backhand of Zverev. Now on the forehand of Fonseca, backhand Zverev cross court. Good depth there from Alexander, but decent depth as well from Fonseca. Now Fonseca on the slice, which is going to go long, and it is love 15. Okay, 15 all. Thirty 15. Oh dear, that sounds painful, Matthew. Well, but you don't think he's not going to make Madrid either? Double fault from Fonseca, 30 all. Does this mean he's out of Madrid as well? I mean, it's obviously huge doubts, but Madrid would be a big one for Mensic as well, because I have faith in him to do well in the Spanish capital. Okay, 30 all here. Big point. Biggest point in the match. Joao, decent forehand. Now he's got a tough volley, and he's going to put the volley long. 30-40. So, break point again. Number 3 for Zverev in this match. Body serve. Forehand return. Backhand return. Forehand now from Zverev into the forehand of Fonseca, which clips the net and comes back down on his side. And he nearly reacted there, Joao, with a frustrated whack of the ball, but he reluctantly or just held off at the last moment. 42 minutes on the clock. And it's third time lucky for Alexander Zverev as he breaks the Brazilian serve. And when they return to the court, he is going to serve for the first set. It's been a tight, marginal set, but the German has just edged it in my eyes. Didn't mention Madrid. Okay. Well, fingers crossed. That's not his clay court season done. I mean, an infection in your foot, though, does sound pretty painful. And fingers crossed Madrid will still be possible. Madrid, I think, is about, for someone like Mensic, probably 2 weeks away until the first match. The whole tournament, in terms of qualifying, starts in around about 10 days. I think, if I've got my dates right. Because Barcelona and Munich are next week, starting around about Sunday, Monday. Okay, Zverev returns to the court, serving for this set. Six 5, 44 minutes on the clock. Serves done the tee. Backhand return is going to land in, but Zverev should have an easy forehand. And Fonseca almost culturally got that back across the net, but he didn't quite because it landed just out. So, 15 love. Yannick Sinner against Felix Auger-Aliassime will be live on the channel as well, so do join us for that. Decent body serve there from Zverev, but we're into the rally here. Backhand to backhand right now. Joao is yet to garner a break point on the Zverev serve, and that forehand is not going to help 30 love. Meta Sands there, the doubles player. Former French Open doubles finalist, I believe. Okay, good forehand return there from Fonseca, but that drop shot is not going to make it over the net, and we're going to have 3 set points for Alexander Zverev. Whew. Okay, 46 minutes on the clock. Zverev, 3 set points. Where are you going to go with this first serve? Down the tee. Forehand return is going to go long. And Alexander Zverev does indeed win the first set. 7 games to 5. It was a tight first set, as that scoreline suggests. But the German just about edged it. Excuse me. He managed to garner 3 points on the 3 break points on the Joao Fonseca serve. And at the third time of asking, he broke the Brazilian. Serve rating for both players, 7.6. First serves in for Zverev, just 57%. That is surprising. But 94% first serves won. Joao has got to do better on that return. That's for sure. Second serve points won. Zverev 75%. Again, just in general, Fonseca not laying a glove on the Zverev serve. Okay. We will take a quick break and then we'll be back with you for the second set. Hey, thanks for taking the time to, well, you haven't got any choice, actually. I'm just talking at you, if you like. But I'm here also to present to you why I think it's not a bad idea and not that expensive as well if you become a member. And this is how you can do it, and this is what you can gain. So if we look here at the Talking Tennis sort of home page, if you like, on YouTube, we can see this little button here which says join. It is also pinned in the live chat as well, and you can also, I think, see it just below most of our videos, certainly the live ones and so on. Now, why is it a good idea to join and become a member? Well, in the live chat, you can add little funny things, you can add emojis and all sorts of things, but possibly More importantly, you can get to access some live videos, such as this one here, where we look back on the last sort of few moments from the Billie Jean King Cup. So there are little bonuses such as this one, but there are many, many more. And in fact, if we have a quick look at all of the members only stuff, I repeat, you will see very, very quickly some of the top stuff that we've had for members only over the last 12 months since the channel began. Remember, these videos are for members only. You can become a member from as little as about $2 a month, €2 a month, £2 a month, something like that. There are various different things. Oh, and by the way, you'll also be supporting the channel. So it's a win, 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 win scenario. Let me just show you some of the members only stuff. For example, we've got an exclusive little clip there talking to Laura Siegmund, Laura Tsurenko, her encore interview, some doubles footage there from Monte, the Germany press conference pre-tournament Billie Jean King Cup, Claire Burrell talking as well to the media in her press conference in Monte, Storm Hunter and Alicia Parks interview, Rebecca Masarova, her press conference, Coco Gauff exclusive for members only, albeit it was in Madrid. But these are just some of the things, some of the interviews and etc. Like Lestien here, a chat with him, Emma Navarro, and so on and so forth. So many little bonus videos available for just €2 a month. So what are you waiting for? Become a member. Or don't. It's okay. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. It's 30 all here on the Fonseca server. It's 30-40 now, so this match could be taking a terrible turn here for the Brazilian. (30-40), second serve. Good serve down the tee, but Zverev gets it back into play. There's the exchange forehands. Oh, and that one over the high part of the net is not going to work for Fonseca. And Alexander Zverev leads 7-5, 1-love, and that's 1-love with a break. Do let me know in the live chat. What is your favorite tennis season or surface? Put 1 in the live chat for hard court, 2 for clay, 3 for grass. Okay, Zverev here, not faced a break point all match so far on his serve, and he's up 15-love already. Okay, forehand here from Zverev. Really good depth on that forehand from Alexander. But they're still into the rally here. Backhand to backhand right now. Still backhand to backhand. And it's a backhand that's going to land out from Zverev and end up at 15 all. Drop shot here from Zverev. Fonseca comes in and doesn't manage to get over the net. Again, we're close to a racket smash there from Fonseca, but again, he just holds back at the last moment. Okay, 30-15. Forehand return here into the backhand of Zverev, which is going to go long. So it is 30 all. Okay, volley here at the net from Zverev means 40-30. Okay, backhand slices here from Fonseca. Now into the backhand of Zverev, which is into the forehand of Joao. Nice backhand there from Joao. Can he get to deuce here? Don't recall him even getting to deuce on the Zverev serve before, but he's going to get to deuce this time with a wonderful forehand. Deuce. Is that Paolo Di Canio there, by the way? I think it was. Okay, down the tee, backhand return. Forehand here from Zverev into the backhand of Fonseca. And that's going to land out. Advantage Zverev. Still not faced a break point yet, the German. But we are back to deuce. Advantage Zverev. So a game point again for Alexander. Still no break point for the German to face. Misses the first serve, does Zverev here. So second serve for Joao to look at. Double fault. Deuce. Zverev struggling here to consolidate that break. Misses the first serve. Backhand return. Backhand from Zverev cross court. Nice drop shot there from Fonseca, and he's going to get a break point. So he's done the T. Forehand return. Backhand from Zverev is going to be too good, is it? Should put this volley away and does. Deuce. Okay. Oh, the return's going to go into the net. So we're going to get a game point now for Alexander Zverev. What feels like easily the longest service game of the match so far. I say easily. There was that one where Fonseca saved 2 break points in the early stages of the match, but still feel as though this one has been a bit longer. Misses the first serve, Zverev. Forehand return into the backhand of Zverev. Backhand into the forehand of Zverev, which is pretty good. Now it's a slice from Joao Fonseca with good depth on it. Now a backhand from him, which I think is going to clip the net. So a little bit lucky there, but he's on the forehand of both players right now. Now a forehand from Fonseca is going to be mishit and missed. And it's 2 games to love. Huge hold, that one for Alexander Zverev. $15 love here on the Fonseca serve. Forehand here from Fonseca is going to land just in. Yes, it is. Backhand now cross court. Slice here. Comes into the net. Fonseca should put this away, and he does. 30 love. Forehand here, Fonseca's going to go into the net. Okay, Fonseca here, 30-15. Misses the first serve, Joao. Second serve here for Zverev to look at. Into the body, backhand return. Backhand from Fonseca into the backhand of Zverev, which is going to miss for 40-15. 2 game points. For the Brazilian to get on the mark in this second set. First serve goes into the net. Backhand from Zverev. Slice here from Fonseca. Backhand cross court. Lob here from Fonseca is going to go just long. 40-30. Okay. Good serve there from Fonseca. He does hold for 2-1. Still just the 1 game differential here, but it is a break of serve. Okay, so Zverev leads 2-1. There's some people in the crowd. Brazilians, it seems, very happy to be on their camera. I say Brazilians, it seems. At least they have a Brazilian flag. I believe we saw Paulo Di Canio earlier. Some more Brazilians there again with Brazilian shirt and Brazilian flag. I think that guy was maybe vaping. Either that or he was so furious with the way this match is panning out. He's got smoke coming out of his nose. Didn't seem to be overly impressed the fact that he was on the camera either. So 2-1. $15 love here for Zverev. 30 love. Do hit that like button, by the way, people. And if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. About 70% of you tuning in right now are not subscribers. It would be amazing if some of you could just click that subscribe button. Decent return there from Fonseca. Now on the forehand of Joao into the forehand of Zverev. And that forehand goes up the line from Fonseca. And it is 30-15. Backhand return. It's going to be just landing on the line there. Maybe this is another chance for Joao to have a look at the Zverev serve. But he goes big on the forehand, and too big as it turns out. And it is 40-15 for Zverev. 2 game points to get us to 3-1 here. Holger Rune there in the crowd. Watching on. He's announced his comeback to the tour for Hamburg. Forehand here from Zverev. It's going to miss 40-30. It was a short ball. You would expect him to make that 8 or 9 times out of 10. Well, there's Annika Rune, Holger's mother. I had a feeling he might be back in time for the French Open. I just thought that the 5-set scenario might be tricky, but actually he's going to play Hamburg the week before. So he's hoping, of course, that will give him what he needs, even if he goes out first round but wins a few games. And he goes out first round in the French Open as well, but wins the set or something. I think that would be a huge step forward for the Dane. I'm sure he's now probably ready to play practice sets just about. That drop shot from Zverev is not going to work. So deuce. Yeah, you would imagine, what are we now, 10th of April? You'd imagine before the end of this month, Rune's already playing practice sets. Of course, he's a French Open semi-finalist from 2022. Oh, Zverev there giving a chance, but that's going to go long, is it? Yes. And Fonseca kind of knows that. He sort of managed to get back into that rally there, Fonseca. I say managed to get back into it. It was given a huge helping hand by Alexander Zverev. Game point for Zverev here. 2-1 advantage, Alexander. Ace down the tee. Holds for 3-1. So 3-1 Zverev here. He's 3 games away from a spot in the Monte Carlo semi-finals. I actually want to have a quick look at Zverev's record in Monte Carlo. So in 2024, he got to the round of 16, lost to Tsitsipas, who was the eventual winner that year. 2025, he went out really early, didn't he, to Berrettini? Yeah, round of 32. 2023 made the round of 16. 2022 got to the semis, lost to Tsitsipas. That's the furthest he's ever been in this tournament. Tsitsipas, I think, also won it that year in 22, didn't he? Oh, lucky boy Fonseca there with a net cord, 15 all. Dead net cord. $30.15. $40.15 now for Fonseca. So 2 game points to get us to 3-2. Back to Zverev in Monte Carlo. Went out in the round of 16 to the soon-to-retire David Goffin in 2021. 2020, I think there was no Monte Carlo, right? 2019, lost in the round of 16 to Fabio Fognini. (2018). Oh, we got to the semis in 2018 as well, losing to Nishikori in 3 sets, having won the first set. So Zverev has made 2 semifinals in Monte Carlo. And in fact, think about it. His semifinal runs are every 4 years. 2018, 2022, World Cup years. Okay, 3-2, change of ends. This is a good stat. I'm quite happy with this one. But I can't tweet it until he wins. Just going to check as well. Yeah, Nishikori in 2018 lost to Nadal in the final. Tsitsipas beat Davidovich for Kino in the final in 2022. Another final loss there for Alejandro. Right, that's my fingers on the button for that potential stat. In the meantime, let's get you back to the present day. 3-1 here. Sorry, 3-2. The scoreboard of mine has not yet updated itself, but it is 3-2. Zverev serving. 3-2, 15 love. Serves down the tee, but misses the first serve, does Zverev. So second serve. Backhand return from Fonseca. Backhand to backhand right now. Now it's up the line. Zverev on the run. Fonseca on the attack. But we're now back to neutral, I would argue. That's a nice forehand, and especially the angle that Fonseca was able to create. And a nice backhand in behind Zverev there, 15 all. Still, that scoreboard hasn't updated. Let's see if I can switch my scoreboard. Okay. Zverev has looked a bit more vulnerable on his serve in this set, and there's a backhand that goes into the net there. It's giving Fonseca the point, and therefore 15-30. Zverev 3 games away, but not done and dusted yet. Good return there from Fonseca. Now he's on the attack. Should win the point from here. Should win the point. It's going to have a... Oh, that's going to land out. So 15-40. 2 break points for Joao Fonseca. Okay, backhand here from Zverev into the backhand slice of Fonseca. Backhand to backhand right now. Now on the forehand of Zverev. Backhand cross court. And that backhand's going to go into the net from Zverev, and it's 3 all. We are back on serve, ladies and gentlemen, almost from nothing. And it's 3 all. So, put that tweet on ice. For now, at least. Hour and 23 minutes on the clock. And it is 3 games all. It felt like Zverev was almost there at 7-5, 3-1. Now, anything but. Okay, Fonseca here, 15 love. Misses the first serve. Oh, no, must have clipped the net, so it's going to be another first serve for the Brazilian. Second serve now, though, because the first serve goes into the net. Forehand return is going to go long from Fonseca. .30 love. The last 13 points, Fonseca has won 10 of them. Okay, should win the point from here as well, but he puts the volley into the net, 30-15. Okay, forehand here from from Joao Fonseca, nice forehand there as well. And Zverev puts his forehand into the net. And he's 1 point away now from a 4-3 lead in this second set. Backhand return. Forehand here from Fonseca is going to be too good. And he does indeed hold for 4-3. Well, ladies and gentlemen. We will take a quick break. And when we be back, we'll be here to see out the remainder of this set.
Ready. Play.
And if you're wondering what this little thing is, well, let me tell you now, whether it be tea, coffee, or merely water, it tastes so much better from a talking tennis mug. And you know what? They can be yours if you wish to purchase one from our website. We've also got bags and stickers and hoodies and notebooks. Mira Andreeva. T-shirts as well, of course, coming in both black and white. And we've got a classic jumper for you as well, and many, many other things for you to purchase for excellent prices so you can look like some of the coolest people on the tour. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis. All right, people, just a bit of vacuuming there you caught me doing. Now, who's going to be cleaning up today? Alexander Zverev or Joao Fonseca? Well, until a few moments ago, it looked like Zverev with him leading 7-5, 3-1. But 3 games in a row for Joao Fonseca, including a break back of serve. And now, this second set in particular is on a knife edge. 3-4, Zverev serving. First serve lands in, but Fonseca does well to get his racket on it. We're into the rally right now. Now it's on a forehand for Zverev. What a good forehand that is from Fonseca. And the slice forehand from Zverev is not going to work, and it's love 15. Are we going 3, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, we're into the rally here. Now it's on the backhand of Zverev. It's a chance to attack. He comes into the net. It's a tricky volley. He hasn't put that away. And Fonseca chases it down and comes back with a vengeance with a cross-court passing shot. Love 30. Woo. Okay, love 30 here. Zverev serves down the tee. It's a good serve. And Fonseca can't deal with it. 15-30. Okay, Zverev serves down the tee. Now it's on the forehand of Alexander. He's in charge at this point, or at least he should be, but maybe he didn't take enough risk with that forehand. Forehand here now into the backhand of Fonseca. Backhand Zverev. Cross-court slice now from Fonseca. Run around forehand for Zverev. We're into the rally, still very much here at neutral. A slice there from both players now. Now it's a forehand for Fonseca, and it's pretty good, but the forehand from Zverev isn't bad either. Now it's on the backhand defensive shot. Fonseca's on the attack. He's produced a pretty good angle there. Who's going to win the point from here? It's turning into a sensational point, and it's going to go the way of Joao Fonseca with the forehand down the line. Passing shot from Zverev goes into the tram lines. 15-40 now. What a turnaround from 3-1 in this set It is now 3-4, 15-40. Was Zverev aggressive enough in that rally? I would argue no. Well, ultimately, he lost the point. Anyway, whatever the tactic. 15-40. Okay, forehand return. Forehand now from Zverev is a pretty good one. Now it's a runaround forehand for the German to the backhand of Joao Fonseca, who's really finding his range today. And that goes long, and Joao Fonseca gets the break. 5-3. Taps his head. Says, I'm ready for this. And I'm going to try and win this set and make us go 3. It's 4 games in a row for the Brazilian. Ever since I started writing this tweet, look at this tweet. This was the death knell of Alexander Zverev in this encounter. Wow, 5-3, Fonseca serving. Down the tee, backhand return. Now it's a forehand from Fonseca into the forehand of Zverev. If this becomes a forehand battle, we know who's going to win this one. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Brazilian. And it is the Brazilian who wins this point, 15-love. Oh, what a return from Zverev, 15-all. It was a serve volley attempt from Fonseca. He has tried that once or twice today to varying levels of success. Forehand to forehand exchange right now. Now on the forehand of Zverev into the backhand of Fonseca. Now forehand from Zverev is a nice one. It's a winner. 15-30. Okay, 1 hour, 33 minutes on the clock. Fonseca serves down the tee. Forehand return. Now it's on the forehand of Fonseca onto the backhand of Alexander Zverev. Backhand still from Zverev into the forehand of Fonseca, which has got good depth on it. But we're still into the rally here. But that's an excellent shot up the line. Good defense there, though, from Zverev. Now it's a forehand from Zverev, which is going to go long, and it's 30-all. I mean, Zverev did really well to hang on in that point. Go Joao, says Gil Peixoto. Wonderful to have so many of you joining us right now. Please do hit that like button. And if you have not done so on YouTube, click subscribe. All right, 30-all here. Fonseca serves out wide, but misses the first serve. Time for me to have a little sip of water here. Fonseca's 2 points away from winning this set. Okay, forehand return from into the backhand of Fonseca. Now forehand now is pretty good from Zverev, but we're still in the rally here. Backhand to backhand as we speak. Now on the forehand of Zverev into the backhand of Fonseca. Backhand now from Zverev into the backhand of Fonseca, which is going to be a slice. It's going to land just in. It's a runaround forehand. And Zverev and Fonseca can't make the forehand. 30-40, break point, Alexander Zverev. Okay, backhand return into the backhand of Fonseca. Comes into the net, does Joao. He's going to be passed by Zverev. He breaks back 5-4. And did Fonseca, with 2 tactical decisions there, mess up that game? One was the serve volley. Maybe he didn't serve well enough in terms of that first serve that landed in, but maybe didn't push Zverev enough, meaning he could pass Fonseca as he came into the net. Remember, Fonseca gets to 15 love. And then that wasn't really an approachable shot there for me. It wasn't really an attackable ball. And Zverev punished the Brazilians' either indecisiveness or incorrect tactic. And we're back on serve now. 4-5. We've still got some pressure, though, for the German to deal with because he is serving to stay in the set, 4-5. But he will feel as though he's got off a little bit lightly there because Fonseca was serving for the set and on a streak of 4 games in a row. That has been broken now, just like Zverev managed to break the Brazilian serve. So, 4-5. Hello, Ahmed Diaries 99. Ahmed, if you haven't already done so, please hit the like button. And of course, hit subscribe if you are new to the channel. I'm not sure. I think we might have met before, Ahmed. Where in the world are you? I think I know where you are, and I think we've spoken before. Ooh. Okay, Zverev is serving to stay in the second set. Umpire calls time. Players return to the court. Zverev to serve. 4-5. Where are you going to go with this serve? 1 hour and 37 minutes on the clock. Down the tee, it's a good serve. It's going to be a smash for Zverev. Does he put it away? No, but he does put the volley away. 15 love. Okay. Misses the first serve, Zverev. Second serve here for Fonseca to look at. Backhand return. Zverev comes in this time for a serve volley. And I think he's going to win the point here. Is he? No, he's not. We're still in the rally here. Good volley there. Oh, Fonseca puts a backhand slice into the net. Did all the hard work, but then squandered that opportunity. 30 love. Yeah, sorry, Ahmed. Yeah, I thought you might be in Pakistan. Good to have you on board again today anyway. 30 love. Well, you'll be pretty pleased as a Zverev fan, bearing in mind he was 5-3 down in this set and staring down the barrel with Fonseca serving for the set. Now we're back on serve and it's Zverev 4-5, 30 love. Good first serve there from Zverev. Into the rally right now. Backhand from Fonseca goes into the net and it's 40 love. 3 game points for Alexander Zverev. Where in Pakistan are you, Ahmed? Are you in Islamabad? Okay, Zverev serves. Down the tee, forehand return from... Oh, what a forehand that is from Joao Fonseca. Blistering up the line. 40-15. Our scoreboard on Google is back working again. Okay, Zverev serves down the tee, but misses the first serve. So a second serve here for Joao Fonseca to look at. Okay, nice, Ahmed, nice. Well, welcome aboard today. Run around forehand return. Now on the forehand of Zverev, which is going to go long. 40-30. Okay, second serve here for Fonseca to look at 40-30. It was 40 love. Forehand return is good from Fonseca. Now it's a forehand for Fonseca up the line. It's another blistering forehand from the Brazilian. And suddenly we're at deuce. Volley here from... Oh, it's going to be too good from Zverev. Even Fonseca can't chase that one down successfully anyway. Game point for Zverev to get to 5-all. Zverev holds 5-all. Much to his relief. Okay, we've got a smash here for Fonseca. Oh, but he's not put it away. But he has picked up that half volley beautifully. Fonseca, 15 love. Is Fonseca going to win? Says Bag Bang Tam Van 7610. Well, I said pre-match that I thought Zverev was 55-45, and I think I'll stick with that. So I'm just leaning Zverev still, just as I was pre-match. It could be 7-5, 7-6, could be a three-setter. But yeah, I am just going to lean Zverev in this one. But who knows? Compared to where we were a few moments ago when it was... We've had a couple of big swings in this match because it was 7-5, 3-1 Zverev, wasn't it? Then 4 games in a row for Fonseca, serves for the set, but can't serve it out. 30 all here anyway. 30 love, sorry, here. Forehand from Fonseca, which is really firing right now. But now it's a slice from Fonseca, which is going to have a funny bounce, but we're still in the rally, and he puts the backhand into the tram line, 30-15. Bagbang Tamvan 7610. If you haven't done so already, can you hit subscribe for me and then watch this number just tick over? That'd be great. Okay, backhand return. Backhand now from Fonseca goes into the net. 30 all. 30 all. Thank you very much, babe. Oh, misses the first serve, does Joao. So 30 all. 1 hour, 45 minutes on the clock. Forehand return here now. And the forehand of Fonseca. Oh, clips the net there. Gets a bit lucky, does Fonseca. We're still into the rally, but he messes up the backhand cross court. And suddenly, from 30 love Joao, it is now 30-40. So a break point for Zverev. And if he takes this, he'll be serving for the match. Okay, forehand return. Forehand from Fonseca. Oh, we're still in the rally here. Backhand now from Zverev up the line. Comes into the net, but Fonseca gets the successful passing attempt. Deuce. Saves the break point. And now it's avantage. Joao Fonseca. Well, ladies and gentlemen. Fonseca now with a game point for 6-5. Clips the net, and so it's another first serve. Okay, backhand return now for Zverev into the backhand of Fonseca. Forehand from Zverev is a bit timid, but it doesn't matter because Fonseca messes up the backhand, so it's back to deuce. Okay. Forehand return is going to miss from Zverev, so a game point for Joao Fonseca. The scoreboard is frozen once again, but I can tell you now it's a game point for Joao Fonseca. His advantage. Yeah, it was 3-1, but then actually he was also serving for the set, Joao, at 5-3. But Zverev gets his bearings all wrong there, goes long, and it is 6-5 Fonseca. So Zverev, when they return to the court, will be serving to stay in this set. But Matthew, you've also missed out on a few other things because a 4-game winning streak from 3-1 saw Fonseca up 5-3 and serving for the set. He went up 15 love on his serve as well. So it's 5-3, 15 love. But a couple of unusual tactical decisions from Joao Fonseca, including a serve volley attempt that did not work out at all. And there was another net approach as well, which seemed a bit foolhardy. And Zverev punished that and broke back. We've also just had a break point for Zverev on the Fonseca serve as well. So you could imagine at 5-all, 30-40. But ultimately, here we are. So both players with some elements of regret, no doubt. I was going to put out this tweet. I'm going to show you the tweet. Hang on a second, people. This tweet, right? I was ready to show this to the world. It's a World Cup year, so it means Zverev is in the semifinals in Monte Carlo after reaching the semis in 2018, 2022, and now 2026. I penned this tweet at 3-1, I think. And yeah, it hasn't been sent as yet. And it may never get sent. We'll see. Okay. Love 15. Fonseca winning that point on the second serve of Alexander Zverev after he dumped that shot into the net. An hour and 51 minutes on the clock. Fonseca again. He's been in this position before, 3 points away from winning the set. Smash here for Zverev into the net. What a horrible, horrible smash. I'm telling you now, a professional tennis player does not put that smash into the net. Love 30. I mean, that is just it wasn't a difficult smash. It wasn't like the whole Garuda smash in the Monte Carlo final of 2023 against Andrei Rublev. Remember that one? It was super tricky up in the air. Seemed to take forever to come down. Anyway, here we are. Zverev serves. Backhand return. It's going to go long. 15-30. Okay. See Ostapenko and Rus are warming up in Linz. Net first serve, 15-30 here. Serves down the tee. Doesn't quite make it back over the net. Good serve there from Zverev, 30 all. Good serve volley there from Zverev, 40-30. Okay, so game point here for Zverev. From Fonseca into the backhand of Zverev. It's a forehand from Fonseca, which is pretty good, but so is that forehand from near defensive shot there from Fonseca on the stretch, brought over the net, but it didn't. 6 games all, tie-break time, people. Okay, so we're into the tiebreak here with Zverev receiving the Fonseca serve here. Forehand return. Backhand now from Fonseca into the backhand of Zverev, into the forehand of Joao. But now it's a backhand from Joao, which is going to just miss. 1-0 Zverev. One zero Zverev. Zverev to serve. As we welcome Yelena Ostapenko and Rusa fans watching their match in Linz, which is 30-all at the beginning of the match with Ostapenko serving. But back here in Monte Carlo, an hour and 56 minutes on the clock, Zverev is serving 1-0. He leads. Forehand now from Zverev. It's going to be a forehand for Fonseca up the line. He's in no man's land, is Joao, but he's okay because that ball from Zverev is short, and so is that one as well. Zverev needs to add some depth to some of these shots. That's a bit better from Sasha. Cross court now. Forehand defensive shot from Joao. Oh, and somehow Zverev has contrived to put that one wide. 1-all. Ceding the mini break advantage. As for Ostapenko and Russo, it's deuce in their particular first game of the match. What a set indeed, Matthew. What a set indeed. Okay, 1-1. Ostapenko has a game point against Russo to go up 1-love. Okay, backhand return here from Fonseca. Forehand from Zverev is too passive. Backhand there from Zverev. Backhand from Fonseca up the line. Forehand now into the forehand of Fonseca. Fonseca, though, is the aggressor here and rightfully wins the point. 2-1 for the Brazilian. Ostapenko has a game point on Rusa, but it's squandered, so it's back to deuce. Fonseca here, 2-1. He has the mini break advantage. In fact, we've not seen a single point go the way of the server so far in this tie break. But we are now because Zverev is going to dump that forehand into the tram line. 3-1 Fonseca. Well. What a turnaround here. It's an ace for Joao Fonseca up the tee, and it's 4-1 now for Joao Fonseca. 4 points in a row. This has been a set of momentums. We had Zverev up 7-5, 3-1, but then 4 games in a row for Fonseca meant he was 5-3 up serving for the set, but then back-to-back games for Zverev, including a break back, meant we were on serve, and eventually we got to the tie break. And here we are on a 4-point winning streak for Joao Fonseca. And it's going to be 5 in a row now for Joao Fonseca after a sensational backhand up the line. 5-1. Change of ends. Ostapenko and Russo in a bit of a dogfight, by the way, in their first game of the match. Deuce on the Ostapenko serve. And Fonseca has a sip of water. He is up 5-1 in this tiebreak. Lost the opening point of the tiebreak on his serve. Anyway, Zverev is serving 1-5. Needs this point desperately. Otherwise, he's going to face 5 set points. Okay, block return. Forehand from Zverev. Clips the net. Lands in. So a bit fortunate there for the German. Backhand cross court into the backhand of Fonseca. They're staying on the backhands right now. They're staying on the backhands right now. But there's a gap up the line that Fonseca is going to take advantage of. But that's going to... Oh, he dumps that forehand into the net. He's not happy with the way the ball bounced. Anyway, 5-2. Ostapenko, Rusa, by the way. Their game, oof, it's about 8 or 9 minutes, this game between Rusa and Ostapenko, I think. Deuce. Backhand winner there for Ostapenko to get to game point once again. Thank you, whoever that is, the latest person to hit subscribe. Make sure you hit subscribe right now. Fonseca here serving 5-2. Good serve out wide. Backhand return from Zverev lands in. Zverev goes for the passing shot. It's a winner. Wonderful play there from Alexander Zverev. When he was so far down in the rally, I thought he was almost off into the ocean there. Anyway, 5-3. Ostapenko squanders another game point and is back to deuce in Linz. Whew. It's all go here in the world of tennis, in the world of talking tennis. Thank you for everyone who's joining. All of you right now hit the like button and all of you click subscribe. We're going to have 3 set points, though, for Joao Fonseca with that serve down the tee that had a backhand return, but the forehand from him and then the volley at the net was too good from Joao Fonseca. 3 set points for Joao Fonseca. And we're going to have a break point for Rusa over in Linz. In the game that never seems to be able to end. 8 minutes now this game has been for Ostapenko Rusa, but we do have a break point for the Romanian. By the way, 3 set points here for Joao Fonseca. 3-6. The first 2 will be on the Zverev serve. It is just a 1 mini break advantage, but it is back-to-back-to-back set points for Fonseca. Backhand return from Joao. Backhand from Zverev into the backhand of Fonseca, which is looped up. It's a backhand opportunity to attack for Zverev, which he doesn't quite take, but we're still into this backhand exchange. It's going to be a looped up, lofty backhand slice from Zverev, from Fonseca, but he goes big on the backhand. He wins the tiebreak. We're going 3 sets in Monte Carlo. Sensational. Wow, what a set indeed, Matthew. Totally. 2 hours on the clock in Monte Carlo. We're going to a third set. Elena Gabriela Rusa gets the break over Yelena Ostapenko in the opening game of the match. So first blood to the Romanian there in Linz. And the spoils definitely going the way of Joao Fonseca in Monte Carlo. We're going to a third set here. Both players much more vulnerable in that second set on serve. We had, I think, 4 breaks of serve overall, 2 each. Of course, as we enter a tiebreak. That smash from Zverev, dearie me. Oof. But I think that was at, I'm going to say that it was at 5-6 when he was serving. And I think it wasn't that important in the end. Anyway, performance rating for that set, 8.5 for Joao Fonseca. 8.2 for the way of Zverev. But listen, the most important stat of all is that we're going to a third set. And my tweet about it being a World Cup year, meaning Zverev is in the semi-finals in Monte Carlo, was premature. I didn't send the tweet out, but I was ready to when he was up a set and a break. It was looking that way. But then a 4-game-in-a-row winning streak for Fonseca turned that set dramatically around and put him in position to serve for the set. Look at the Joao Fonseca team there. Vamos. Someone there is extremely happy about us going to a third set. Ostapenko and Elena Gabriela Rusa are underway in Linz. It is 15:30 here on the Rusa serve. Do let me know in the live chat, where in the world are you tuning in from? Where are you? I'm in Bonn in Western Germany. Going to have 2 break points for Ostapenko to get back on serve here. New balls for Zverev to start this third set with. Oh, I think Ostapenko should break here with a drive volley. She does. 1 game all in Linz. 1 break of serve each to begin this round, quarterfinal clash at the WTA 500 in Austria. And Zverev wins the opening point of this set, so 15-love. Forehand here from Zverev is going to be mishit into the tram line, so 15-all. Whew. Which way is this match going to go? Let me know in the live chat. Who's going to win? Is it going to be Zverev? Is it going to be Fonseca? Is it going to be Ostapenko? Is it going to be Rusa? Also, make sure you join us for Yannick Sinner against Felix Auger-Aliassime. We'll have a watch along for that as well, as Fonseca puts that backhand wide into the tram lines, and it's 30-15 for Alexander Zverev here. Both players would have had regrets if they'd lost that second set. Zverev's biggest regret was the fact that he was up 7-5, 3-1. He also had a break point on the Fonseca serve at 5-all. I think I still lean Zverev, but, you know, this is more about feelings, I think, than objectivity. And maybe I'm just sticking to my guns because I went Zverev in the first place. But I can understand. I think, you know, if this was 2 young guns, I would think that momentum shift would be huge. You know, if this was Tien against Fonseca, or if this was Mensik against Fonseca, I would say that the importance of the way that second set went would be huge. I just think that the experienced and favorite tag that I would lay on the head of the German means I don't give it as much stock as normal. But we are at 30-all here, and we do know that the German can be rattled. I think he's a Bayern Munich fan, right, Zverev? I've certainly seen him do a practice video playing tennis with Muller and maybe Mats Hummels, I think it was. I'm going back probably 5 years ago now. I mean, Mats Hummels was at Bayern at the time, so that tells you how long ago it was. Backhand return here. Forehand now from Zverev. No, it's not necessary because the backhand goes long. 40-30. Game point. Ostapenko, Rusa, 1 game all. Every single game has been a bit of a... Well, certainly the first game for Ostapenko was a real slog before she got broken. But then she immediately broke back. But it is 30-all. And that first serve from Ostapenko is going to miss by some margin. So 30-all, second serve. 1-all over in Linz. Back to Monte Carlo. 40-30 Zverev. Game point. Double fault from the German, is it? No, just the first serve being missed there. Sorry. 2 hours and 8 minutes on the clock. Second serve here for Joao Fonseca to look at. Zverev getting nowhere near the number of first serves in today as what he would normally be expecting. We've got a break point for Rusa to make it 3 breaks in a row to begin the match in Linz. Forehand return here from Fonseca is going to go long. 1-love, Alexander Zverev. Wonderful to have so many of you on board today. Please hit the like button. And if you haven't already done so, hit subscribe. And when you hit subscribe, you will see this number below my head tick over. And you'll know it was you who made the difference. And you can do a little dance. Maybe samba if you're from Brazil. Maybe some kind of German dance if you're from Germany. Or Latvian or Romanian if you're from Latvia or Romania. I'm just picking out the nationalities of the 4 players that I'm watching in action right now across both the ATP and WTA tours. Okay, Fonseca here serving at love 1. Ostapenko and Rusa are at 1 game all. And Ostapenko saved the break points. So we are at deuce there in Linz. It's a good return there from Zverev. They're on the forehands right now. And it's a backhand from Fonseca that goes into the net. So love 15. I want to know in the live chat, who is going to win this match right now? Just simply write F for Fonseca, hit return. Hit Z for Zverev, hit return. Simple as that. Just write Z or F in the right live chat right now. Z for Zverev, F for Fonseca, and hit return. I've made my call, which is Z for Zverev. Ostapenko holds for 2-1, by the way. Saving a break point. First service hold of the game. Carlos Segundo, wonderful to have you on board. Carlos Segundo, 9073. If you can please click subscribe, that would be amazing. Anyway, he's going for Zverev. Carlos Segundo, 9073. That sounds a very Hispanic name. I could be wrong, of course. I have no idea what the significance of 9073 means. But he, like I, is going for Zverev to prevail. First serve here from Fonseca goes into the net. It's 30-15 on the Brazilian serve. Third set here in Monte Carlo. Forehand return from Zverev. Forehand now from Fonseca is pretty big. Well defended by Zverev, but he should lose the point from here. He goes up high. It's going to be an easy smash for Fonseca for 40-15. Just get Z or F in the live chat, please, right now. Matthew here going for Fonseca. I am going for Zverev. Carlos is going for Zverev. Forehand cross court from Zverev goes into the net. 1 game all. Ostapenko and Russo return to the court with the Latvian leading 2-1. They are on serve, a break of serve each, and then a hold for Yelena. 2 hours and 12 minutes now on the clock in this epic encounter in Monte Carlo. I don't know if it would be a contender for match of the year. Not yet anyway, just because of the quality wasn't always there from either player. But of course, that may change over the next half an hour or so. Thank you for our latest subscriber as well. We appreciate it. 30,000 subscribers is our latest target. Will we get there before the end of the week? I doubt it. But you never know. Okay, backhand here from Fonseca into the backhand of Zverev. Forehand goes long from Fonseca. 15 love. Meanwhile, Russo, 1-2, 15 love for the Romanian. This Adidas outfit looks very similar to a Sabalenka Nike outfit that I recall from, I'm going to say French Open or clay season 2024 maybe, or maybe even 2025. Let me just have a quick look at the Sabalenka 2025 French Open. Was she wearing a blue number? Yeah. Yeah, she was. Kind of looks like similar. I mean, at least the color is pretty much the same, but I guess to be fair, the pattern is slightly different. It's going to show you this if you are tuning into Ostapenko Russo to show you what I mean. Anyway, Russo has 3 game points for 2-all, and Zverev has 3 game points for 2-1. Backhand here into the forehand of Fonseca, which is going to land just out, and Zverev does indeed hold for 2-1 to steady the ship, I would suggest, at the beginning of this third set. Okay. Rusa here, 40-15. Serves, forehand return is pretty good from Ostapenko, but we're into the rally here. Forehand to forehand right now, but it's going to go long from Rusa, so it's 40-30. Oh, look at that. Second serve return contact point for Joao Fonseca. He's going much deeper on the return in terms of his return position. Very interesting there. Of course, that could be related to the fact that Zverev got more first serves in the second set. That's what I would have to have a look at to see if that first serve percentage went up. Because if the first serve percentage goes up, that explains why Joao is hitting deeper. Okay. Deuce now, Ostapenko, Rusa. Rusa serving at 1-2. She was up 40 love. Okay. Time to settle up, down, and buckle up, folks. It's 1-2, Joao Fonseca serving in Monte Carlo. It's 1-2, Rusa serving in Linz. And Rusa has a game point to get it to 2-all. Forehand here from Fonseca into the backhand of Zverev. Backhand to backhand right now. Zverev doesn't really like hitting slices, but he's got good depth there on the backhand. Backhand from Zverev is a bit short, but there's a slice now from Fonseca. Forehand into the backhand of Zverev. Now it's on the forehand of Alexander. Forehand from Fonseca goes long. Love 15. How important will that first point of this fourth game in the third set prove to be? We'll find out shortly. Rusa wins the fourth game. It's 2 games all. So they exchanged breaks and now they've exchanged holds. 2-all between Rusa and Ostapenko in the early stages of their match in Linz. A volley put away there from Fonseca means it's 15-all in Monte Carlo. Two hours and 18 minutes so far for this epic encounter in Monte Carlo. Are we going to get a break of serve? We had 3 holds so far at the beginning of this set, and we haven't had a break point either. And that feels quite significant because we were really getting lots and lots of breaks in that second set. I think we got 4 in fairly quick succession, didn't we? In the mid part of that second set. But from 5-4, we then had 1, 2. Oh, we had 3 holds, and we've had 3 holds to begin. So we've had 6 holds now in a row. And that was a wonderful forehand there from Fonseca to get us to 30-15. Okay, backhand return from Zverev is not going to be required because it didn't land in that first serve from Joao Fonseca. So here comes the second serve. Backhand now into the backhand of Zverev. Good depth there from the German. But that forehand is going to be awry and mishit from Alexander Zverev. And we've got 2 game points now for Joao Fonseca. Meanwhile, Ostapenko and Rusa, 2-all, 15-all. They could not be closer in terms of the scoreline. In terms of character, they're quite far apart. First serve here from Zverev misses by some margin. So a second serve here for Zverev to look at. 40-15. Backhand return from Alexander Zverev. Forehand now from Joao. Backhand into the forehand of Joao. Backhand here from Zverev goes into the net, and Joao holds for 2-all. Double fault from Ostapenko at 15 all, so 15-30. Wonderful to have so many of you watching right now. Please, if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button. Okay, Ostapenko, 2 all, 15-30 in the opening patches of this quarterfinal in Linz. Meanwhile, in Monte Carlo, it's also 2 games all, albeit it's in the third set, and it's Zverev serving, and it's going to be a second serve after the first serve goes into the net. Second serve here for Joao Fonseca to look at. Slight, tiny disadvantage serving second in this deciding set, but he had the tiny advantage of serving first in the first 2 sets. Backhand there from Fonseca. Felt a bit tame, that one. Going into the net, 15 love. 30 all, Ostapenko, Rusa. Lovely drop shot there from Ostapenko, 40-30. Okay, Zverev serves down the tee. Misses the first serve. Second serve for Fonseca to look at again. Feels like Zverev is missing a lot of first serves all of a sudden again. Do get voting in our poll as to who you think is going to win. Backhand return here from Fonseca into the forehand of Zverev. It's going to go long, 15 all. If you think Ostapenko is going to win, hit O and click return. If you think Rusa is going to win, I want you to click R and then click return. R for Rusa or O for Ostapenko. Put it in the live chat right now. Send it my way. I'm going for Ostapenko and I'm going for Zverev in Monte Carlo. Backhand return here into the forehand now of Zverev, but he's on the back foot for sure in this rally, but he's done well to get back into it, and that forehand from Fonseca is going to be too big, 30-15. Meanwhile, Rusa has a break point to got 3-2 with a break in Linz. Okay, 30-15. Zverev serves down the tee. Forehand return is going to... Oh, no, must have clipped the net. So another first serve here for Zverev. O for Ostapenko. R for Rusa. Let me know in the live chat. Rusa gets the break. 3-2. Good defending there. And eventually it was an unforced error on the backhand side from Ostapenko. Okay, we're into the rally here at 30-15. Zverev with a backhand drive volley. Put away lovely there from Alexander Zverev. 40-15, 2 game points. And from that spell in the mid part of the second set, when we had 4 breaks of serve in quick succession, we're now in a situation where we've had 3, 7, and we're probably going to get an 8th hold in a row in the Monte Carlo quarterfinal with Zverev here with 2 game points. Change of ends between Rusa and Ostapenko, and the advantage right now with the Romanian up a break at 3-2. 29 minutes on the clock in Austria. 2 hours and 24 minutes on the clock in Monte Carlo. Backhand return of serve is not going to land in from Joao Fonseca. And Zverev does hold for 3-2. Again, the advantage, slight advantage with the Germans. Serving first, hold serve. They are on serve, but because he held serve, he is leading 3-2 because he served first in this deciding set. We will, of course, have the watch along for Jannik Sinner against Felix Auger-Aliassime to come. So please do join us for that particular encounter. We will also bring you both Monte Carlo semifinals tomorrow and the Monte Carlo final on Sunday. So we've got watch-alongs for so many tennis matches in the coming 48 hours, and we'll, of course, have more in the coming weeks and months to come as we build up towards the French Open. So if you like what you're seeing, hit the like button. If you don't like what you're seeing, still hit the like button. Okay, Rusa and Ostapenko back on court. Rusa serving 3-2 with a break advantage in this first set over Yelena Ostapenko. Run around forehand return there. Rusa with a weird forehand there that's just weird and weird and weird. And it lands not weirdly out. Love 15. 3 of the first 5 games in this match have been breaks of serve in Linz. We've not had a break of serve in Monte Carlo for quite some time, since Fonseca was serving for the second set at 5-3 and Zverev broke back for 5-4. That was the last break we had. Since then, we've had 8 holds in a row. Are we going to get a break of serve as the umpire calls time? Fonseca and Zverev now back on court. 2 hours and 26 minutes on the clock. Fonseca about to serve here at 2-3. Can he get his first serve in? Yes, he can. Backhand return from Zverev goes long. It was a really good serve down the tee from Joao Fonseca that Zverev just couldn't deal with. 15 love. Meanwhile, Rusa is love 30 in Linz. 3-2 love 30. And it's going to be a second serve for Ostapenko to look at. And she's ready to pounce inside the baseline. Back in Monte Carlo. 20-2 local time. Thank you for the latest person to hit subscribe. Much appreciated. Is Ostapenko going to get some break points here? Should be, because she's got an easy volley. Yeah, 3 break points for Ostapenko to get it back on serve. Meanwhile, Fonseca unleashes a forehand that goes into the net. 15 all. I do want to see some people writing in the live chat as to who you think is going to win. O for Ostapenko, R for Rusa, Z for Zverev, F for Fonseca. Hit whoever you think is going to win in the live chat and click return. I'm going Zverev and Ostapenko. That was my picks pre-match, and I'm sticking with them, despite the fact that Ostapenko is down a break in the early stages of the match. Okay, 15 all here. Oh, Fonseca puts a forehand into the net. 15-30. Ostapenko gets the break for 3 all in Linz. So they're back on serve. 4 of the first 6 games there have been breaks of serve. Incredible precision there with painting the line there from Ostapenko to get that break with a forehand winner. Right in the corner of the court. Rusa can't believe it. And it's 3 all. Back in Monte Carlo there. Tittle tense moment. Biggest point of the match, I would argue, so far. 2-3, 15-30. Zverev wins this point. He's going to have 2 break points. And he's going to have a second serve to look at as well. Huge moments in Monte Carlo. Forehand return from Zverev into the backhand of Fonseca. That was a short return, to be fair. And Fonseca's in charge of this point, but he's dumped that backhand long. And as a result, we're going to have 2 break points for Alexander Zverev. Huge, huge moment. I said the previous point was the biggest point of the match. Well, now this is the biggest point of the match. They are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. 15-40, 2 break points for Alexander Zverev to take what would feel like a huge 4-2 lead. Backhand return. Now it's on the forehand of Fonseca. He goes big down the line. Defended pretty well there, though, by Zverev. Backhand cross court now. It just lands over the net. Drop shot here, but Zverev is going to get there in time. Puts the backhand away. Alexander Zverev breaks 4-2. Alexander Zverev, and he has another Monte Carlo semi-final in his sights. 2 games away. The German leads as we approach the 2.5-hour mark in Monte Carlo. Whew. What a match. Not always of the highest quality, but often with the highest drama. Although it didn't feel that way when we got to 7-5, 3-1 in the second set. But since then, it has been drama all the way. Another twist in this incredible tale, and it's gone the way of the German. Are we going to get another twist before the end of this match? Well, we're going to need one if you're Joao Fonseca and you hope to make your first ever Masters 1000 semi-final. Zverev misses the first serve. By the way, we've got 3 break points now for Rusa at 3 all in the first set in Linz. Okay, forehand return here from Fonseca. The forehand from Zverev goes into the net. Love 15. Rusa with a forehand return is going to go long. 15-40. First of 3 breakpoints saved from Yelena Ostapenko's perspective. It was a chance there on return for Russo, and she didn't miss it by much, but miss it she did. 15-40. Okay, Zverev here serving, love 15. Out wide, backhand return is not going to land in. It was a good serve out wide. 15 all. Meanwhile, Ostapenko, 15-40, serves. Forehand return from Russo's too good. That was just too short and too soft, that serve from Milena Ostapenko. And Russo is up a break once again, 4-3. Zverev serves into the forehand of Fonseca. Now forehand, backhand to backhand right now. Now it's into the forehand of Zverev, into the backhand of Fonseca, and it goes into the net. I think as much as the forehand of Zverev is maligned, I would probably go, if you said to me, which is the bigger weakness, the backhand of Fonseca or the forehand of Zverev, I think I might go the backhand of Fonseca. I don't think it's a bad backhand. I just don't think the Zverev forehand is that bad either. I think under pressure it can be. Drop shot here from Zverev is too good. 40-15. 3 points in a row for the German. And he's got 2 game points for what would feel like a decisive 5-2 lead in this deciding set. In Linz, we've had 7 games and 5 breaks of serve. 3 for Rusa and 2 for Ostapenko. Rusa leads 4-3 with a break. Okay, Zverev here, 40-15, 4-2. Down the tee, backhand return. Forehand from Zverev into the backhand of Fonseca. Backhand cross court now. Backhand to backhand exchange. This is favorable for Zverev, I would argue, which is one of the reasons probably why Fonseca changes direction. But now we're onto the backhand again. It's a slice into the forehand of Zverev. He changes up the speed as well. Drop shot from Zverev, but Fonseca's going to get hit easily. Goes for the redrop. Doesn't work. Zverev holds for 5-2. Is that it? Is that it? Sit down, change of ends. Fonseca needs a change of fortunes, and he needs it fast. He's going to serve to stay in the match when they return to the court. We've got a medical timeout, it seems, in Linz, or at least a physio is ready to attend to Elena Gabriela Rusa. And I think it might be a medical timeout as well. Okay, Rusa getting some attention to her left leg. Wonder if it's a muscular issue. I think they are going to have a medical timeout. And they're going to go off court as well. Okay. So, Rusa goes off court for a medical timeout. Seemed a bit sudden to me. Didn't see that one coming, but here we are. I'm sure that'll annoy Ostapenko. I don't think it's... I think it's semi-serious. This is why Rusa's going off court. But I don't think it'll be decisive. I'm sure we'll see her back. And probably back with a vengeance. Can Joao Fonseca come back with a vengeance in this deciding set? He's 5-2 down. I can't see Zverev squandering this. I mean, I know he was up 7-5, 3-1. And he looked so good on serve, didn't he, at that point? By the way, Zverev has won 12 of the last 15 points in Monte Carlo. Medical timeout in Linz. We'll return to that match shortly. But for now, we've got Fonseca serving at 2-5. Backhand cross court from the Brazilian into the backhand of Zverev. Now it's on the forehand of Zverev into the forehand of Fonseca. But Zverev has a chance to attack. Comes into the net. Doesn't do enough with that volley. Does he do enough with this volley? Oh, wow. Joao Fonseca has somehow won the point from there. Honestly. It's landed on the line, and I'm telling you now, although there was a bit of an understated response, I think it's just because of where the scoreboard is at. That was a sensational pickup from Fonseca, and to win the point from there as well is just wild. I would even argue it's the point of the match. It won't probably be thought of in that respect because of where we're at in terms of the scoreboard. But if he does go on to win this match, which will be a sensational comeback, by the way, but he's going to be helped with a forehand error there by Zverev, 30 love. Yeah. And 30 love becomes 40 love for Joao Fonseca as the return from Zverev goes long. Still got this medical timeout in Linz. Ostapenko saying, where is she? She wants Rusa to come back to the court. Meanwhile, Fonseca's at the net. He puts the volley away. Good hold there to love for Fonseca. 5-3. Keeping Zverev honest here. And now Zverev is going to serve for the match and for a spot in the semi-finals. His first since 2022 in Monte Carlo and his third overall. He's yet to make a final in the Principality. Will it be third time lucky for him if he does make the semis? Well, Yannick Sinner or Felix Auger-Aliassime will have other ideas. Their match to come, and we'll have that live on Talking Tennis as well. Meanwhile, Zverev here serving. Down the tee, backhand return from Fonseca. Forehand now from Zverev. Backhand cross court into the backhand of Alexander Zverev. Forehand from Fonseca is going to be not enough to win the point because it's well defended by Zverev, but he's on the back foot here in this rally as more and more forehands are coming off the racket of Fonseca. Now he goes for the drop shot, but Zverev is going to get there easily. The drop shot just wasn't good enough. And ultimately now it's going to be a smash for Zverev, which he just makes. And that point was decided by the ineffective drop shot from Fonseca. I don't dislike the idea, but it was very poorly executed by the Brazilian. And as a result, it's 15 love for Alexander Zverev. Still, this medical timeout continues in Linz. As soon as Gabriela Rusa returns to the court, I will be letting you know. Don't worry. Forehand now is going to go long from Fonseca, and it's 30 love for Alexander Zverev. As soon as Rusa returns to the court, we will let you know, but for now, it's a medical timeout in Linz. Feels like it's going on forever. We've got some practice serves here for Elena Ostapenko. Meanwhile, 2 hours and 38 minutes on the clock in Monte Carlo. Zverev is 2 points away from the Monte Carlo semi-finals for the third time in his career. Zverev serves out wide, block return. Forehand here for Zverev. He's in charge of the point, and he wins it with a comfortable drop shot. 3 match points for Alexander Zverev. Finally, I can put the tweet out potentially. Should Zverev get over the line here? 3 match points. And here comes the first one for Alexander Zverev. Where are you going to go with this serve? You are going down the tee. Forehand return. Forehand from Zverev into the backhand of Fonseca. Now it's a backhand drop shot, which Fonseca's going to get to. And well done for Fonseca to put that backhand volley away on the stretch. 40-15. First match point saved. 2 hours and 39 minutes on the clock. Zverev here, denied the first time. Is he going to be denied again? The first serve is a fault from Alexander Zverev. So it is a second serve for Fonseca to look at. I should say the first serve went into the net from the German. Second serve for Joao Fonseca to look at. Forehand return into the rally here. Now it's a forehand for Zverev. Backhand for Fonseca. Forehand Zverev. Backhand Fonseca goes into the net. Arms outstretched from Alexander Zverev. And Joao Fonseca is out. Zverev is through to his third Monte Carlo semi-finals. It's a World Cup year, so it means Zverev is in the semi-finals in Monte Carlo after beating Joao Fonseca in 3 pretty dramatic sets. 7-5, 6-7, 6-3. In 2018, Zverev lost to Kei Nishikori in the semi-finals in 3 sets. In 2022, he lost to Stefanos Tsitsipas in straight sets. And now he's back in the semi-finals for a third time. Will it be third time lucky for the German in 2026? Well, if he is going to be lucky for the third time, he's going to have to beat Jannik Sinner or Felix Auger-Aliassime. Will he win in Monte Carlo? We will find out tomorrow on Saturday. Fonseca, though, can hold his head up high because that was a very, very impressive performance from the Brazilian, even if he did end in defeat to Alexander Zverev. I mean, let's just talk about the match very quickly. Nip and tuck, yes. Fonseca faced a little bit more pressure on his serve in the opening stages of the match. Had to save a couple of break points. We get to 5-6 with Joao serving. Sorry, we get to 5-all with Joao serving. And Zverev gets a big break. Third time lucky as well in terms of the break points at that juncture. And then Zverev served it out. 7-5, he wins that first set. Second set begins with Fonseca serving first. And in fact, gets broken. And now we're in a situation where Zverev is leading 7-5, 3-1 and felt home and dry because Fonseca was not laying a single glove on the Zverev serve. And yet, a 4-game winning streak for Joao Fonseca saw him ultimately serve for the second set. But Zverev broke back. And what felt like a breakfest at that point, we're now at 5-4 or 4-5 with Zverev serving. However, Zverev 4-5, then holds serve, 5-all. Couple more holds. We get to the tie break. There was a break point for Zverev in the middle of that, which felt like a mini match point at the time, bearing in mind we were at 5-all with Fonseca serving when he had that 30-40 juncture. However, we go into the tie break, and Joao soon finds himself 5-1 up, and it was a huge advantage that he would not relinquish, seeing us go into a third set. But Zverev knuckled down, got the break at 3-2, and ultimately held on to get over the line. Zverev, in terms of his performance rating, was an 8.0 compared to 7.6 for Joao Fonseca. First serves in for Zverev, 66%, which for most players on the tour, that's healthy. But actually for Zverev, who's frequently getting over 70%, that was a little dip for him. He did win 72% of his first serves today. Second serve points won. Actually, that was a statistic that favored Fonseca. 56% of his second serves were won, whereas 54% of Zverev's were won. Actually, Fonseca's returns, by the way, did improve today, particularly from that midpoint of the second set, where he obviously got those 2 breaks to give him a chance at serving that out. But ultimately, it wasn't enough. And Zverev at the net, 118 from 25, 14 from 20 for Fonseca. So decent ratios, nothing spectacular for either player. Maybe they'd want to improve slightly, but both players want to improve slightly on their net play today. Zverev is not really known for his net play. And just most of the metrics just favoring the German, which was enough to see him through to the semi-finals for the third time in his career. Will he win that semi-final? Well, make sure you join us for that tomorrow. We'll be live for that particular encounter between Zverev and either Sinner or Felix Auger-Aliassime. So do join us for that. And also join us for Jannik Sinner against Felix Auger-Aliassime, which is about to come up next on this main court in Monte Carlo. And in the meantime, you know the drill. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.